What's going on, y'all? BBQ Dropout here. So, if you're wondering whether or not your brisket can actually stall at about 150 degrees Fahrenheit, just know that that's absolutely possible, and that's honestly right smack dab in the middle of what's called the brisket stall temp range. And so, for those of you that may not know, brisket stall usually occurs anywhere from 130 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. And basically, what the stall is once it hits that 130 degrees Fahrenheit mark, it's going to take several hours for it to slowly go up to about 170. Then once it hits that part, and this could be different, and both these ranges could be different. That's just the average. But once it gets to the end of that range, 170 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take, then it'll start pushing up really quick, and then before you know it, it hits 200 degrees, and the brisket's done. And so if you're wondering whether or not it can stall at basically between those two marks, absolutely. And so again, one of the reasons why that happens is because I think the moisture is evaporating, and it's basically cooling off the brisket, and it's giving it a false reading almost. But the entire time that collagen is still kind of rendering through and cooking, producing the stall, but you just don't really see it in real time. So in other words, if you guys want to be able to push past that stall range, let's say you don't want to wait the 3+ hours or whatever it is to get past the stall, then you can either wrap it in butcher paper or foil. I prefer butcher paper, it gives you more smoke flavor. And then the other way you can do this in conjunction with wrapping it is actually increase the ambient temperature. So take a look at how much your ambient temperature actually is. I personally like to smoke it at around 300 degrees Fahrenheit, because that just kind of negates everything and pushes it directly through the stall. That's known as a hot and fast cook. That's also a really good way of pushing it past the stall. So if you're cooking it low and slow at 225 degrees Fahrenheit, then I would recommend either wrapping it and or just increasing the ambient temperature. That's really all there is to it.